Hey YouTube, Get It Greg here again with another video for you. This time featuring my brand new 2018 Yamaha SMAX. That's right, I said Yamaha. It's my first ever Yamaha. I've owned Hondas and Kawasaki's in the past, but I've never had the old tuning fork logo. There's one on the back there, one up here, one on the front. So as many of you know, I just bought a Honda Elite 110 a few months ago, and that was a 2010 model. It had the flat floor, and I had so much fun blasting around my subdivision on that. I decided to get basically a jumbo version of that. This looks a lot like my Elite 110. It's black, kind of the metallic colored wheels. And flat floor. I grew to really appreciate the flat floor of my Elite 110, so that's what attracted me to the SMAX. I had a PCX 150 in the past that had more of the tunnel design, maxi scooter look, if you will, but I love the flat floor. Just the other day I went to the grocery store to get some groceries on a 12-pack of ginger ale. They were on sale, buy 2 packs get 1 free, so I ended up buying 3 of them, as I was able to put one under the seat and stack 2 of them up on the flat floor, put the other groceries under the seat with the other pack, and was able to hang another bag from the hook there, and I was all set. The storage on this is really good. If you pop this, it holds a full face helmet. This is actually an extra large helmet, by the way, so I got kind of a big head. But it fits very nicely under there. Oh, it's also a little tool pack. Not sure what's that, a screwdriver. Looks like a wrench. So that's pretty nice. I sold my Honda Interceptor motorcycle. I had that for 2.5 years, and just wasn't riding it that much anymore. I bought a convertible almost exactly a little over a year ago, and I'd go out to the garage, and the convertible would always win out over the Interceptor. And I had a choice of, gearing up, riding in the hot heat, kind of leaned over, or just putting the top down in the convertible with the wind in my hair, tunes on the stereo, cup holders, air conditioning. Needless to say, the convertible won out, but I did love having the little Elite 110 for just little grocery store jaunts, rides up to the gym, etc. So I bought this. As far as I know, this is the fastest flat floor scooter you can buy. There was a motorcycle.com scoot out, they called it, back in 2015 when this came out, where they compared this against the revised 2015 PCX 150. PCX 150, they liked it, but they didn't like its top speed, which they said was only 63. This they said would do 80 miles an hour. So as far as I know, I'm not aware of any other flat floor scooters they'll beat this. Yeah, I'm sure there's some customized Ruckuses that'll do 150 miles an hour or whatever, but in terms of pure stock flat floor scooters, I think this is as fast as they go. Once you get above this CC size, typically you start getting tunnels and the maxi scooter look. So nice thing about this look is it looks innocent enough that you can park it on curbs and in front of stores, and people say, oh, it's just a little flat floor scooter, what's the big deal? So that's one of the things I like about it. It's got the side stand, center stand. Let me see. Love the RPMs. Go up to 10 grand, 9,500 red line. Having an RPM gauge on the scooter is a little silly, but it's still kind of fun to see it climb up there. It's got digital speedo. I love this combo of real needle tack and digital speedo. It's the same as on my old Ninja and my old Interceptor. I think that's the ideal combo. It's got a clock. Odo, it's only 83 miles on it. Had one when I got it, but I only put 82 miles on it. Fuel gauge, trip meter. One thing I do not like about this is these god-awful turn signals from the 1970s. These giant pumpkins front and back. The Euro models and in Asia Some models, Marcus, they call this the Majesty S, by the way. The turn signals are flush with the little headlight thing. Looks much cooler, so I'm going to see if I can buy those from the overseas market, as well as for the taillights. It's got these cool LED position markers. What else does it have? It's got built-in windscreen, as you can see. It's got a pretty cool LED tail light. The brake lights are really bright on this. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 additional LEDs that light up bright when you hit the brakes, plus the other ones get brighter, so it's a pretty nice and effective brake light. It looks kind of like the ones you see on the R1s or the R6s, if you kind of squint your eyes and fantasize. What else does this thing have? Yeah, this is where the flush signals go on the overseas market. It's got pretty decent sounding exhaust for a scooter. Let me go ahead and fire it up for you. Sure, side stands up. Just have to activate one of the 2 brakes. Fires right up. The engine is a 4-valve design, unlike the PCX, which is 2 valves. It's got 155 cc's. I think it's got a forged piston and ceramic cylinder liners. 14.8 horsepower, I believe, at 7,500 RPMs, which is a bit more than the PCX. I believe the PCX 150 I had was 13.5 horsepower. I'm not sure what RPM that was. Nice thing about this bike is it does have dual disc brakes. The brakes on this thing are phenomenal, by the way. They're not linked and there's no ABS, but there's front and rear discs. So the stopping power is really nice. It's got pretty nice beefy rubber on it. Compared to the PCX, these are 130 millimeter wide in the back. PCX had 100 in the back, albeit on 14-inch wheels, whereas this is 13-inch wheels. In the front, these are 120 millimeter wide on 13-inch wheels, whereas the P6 is only like 90 millimeter in the front on 14-inch wheels. For the 19 model, PCX does get 100 millimeter in the front and 120 in the back, but this still has beefier rubber than the PCX. What else does this have? I like the fuel gauge on, the fuel cap. Oh, before I get to that, one nice thing is the PCX, if you wanted to lock the steering, the little cover would block the ignition, and you'd have to use this type thing to unlock it. In this model, in the Yamaha, it's optional. If you want to lock the cover over the ignition, you got to push this switch. I'm not going to do it because it's a pain in the ass to unlock it, but that's much better designed by Yamaha to have it optional. Also, fuel cap, much better design on the Yamaha. It's up here, whereas on most scooters it's down on the floor area or the tunnel, which makes it difficult to pull the nozzle out without dripping fuel everywhere. This one, just do that. Key stays in. Pump your gas. It's got a 2-gallon tank compared to 2.1 for the PCX. So the PCX will have significantly better range. It gets better miles per gallon, I believe, and like 100 versus 81 on this. And the tank is a tenth bigger. So if you do the math, oh my god, I never even noticed it's got this cool Yamaha emblazoned in the grips. Very nice touch, Yamaha. It's got high beams. It's even got a passing button there. Signals left and right. Horn's pretty good. I'll try to use that later. The usual kill switch, ignition, grocery hook. I love the open cubby on this. I can, come to a stop, you can take a quick swig of water, put it back in without having to fuss with a door or a locked door or anything. It does not have a 12-volt accessory plug like the PCX. That's one area where the PCX is better. What else does this thing have that I really enjoy? That's all I can think of for now. Let me go ahead and take it for a ride. Again, I'm not going to go too crazy on this. The braking period is 600 miles according to the owner's manual, so before you operate this vehicle, read the owner's manual and all labels. Well, I read about maybe 10% of the owner's manual. And there's the lights. Make sure we're still recording. Yep. This thing handles incredible because it's so light. It's actually kind of heavy for a scooter. I think it's 329 wet. It's about 40 pounds more than the PCX wet. But it's got a few more features like the all disc brakes and the windscreen and stuff like that. So beefier tires. So I'm already going 59 miles an hour. Yeah, this thing, for a 150cc scooter, this thing hauls ass. The ride's pretty comfortable. The seat took me a while to get used to. It's not as comfortable, I'd say, as the PCX, but at least initially. Once I got used to it, it was very comfortable. I typically only ride while I'm going 66. I don't know if I should be going that fast in this speed limit. I think it's 35 here. Oh shit. But my rides are typically on the scooter, 10 miles or less. I think my commute is like 8 miles. So it's not long enough to get uncomfortable. Yeah, the ride is very smooth. Unlike a lot of scooters, it's only got one shock in the back, kind of like a mid-mounted shock like you see on a lot of motorcycles. Let's see here. Go around this way. But like I said, the brakes are just real confidence inspiring on this. Again, no combined brakes like on the PCX, and for 2019 you can get optional ABS, although I've yet to see one in person on the PCX. It might be one of those unobtainium things. And I think they tack $300 on it. It's only on the front wheel as well, but that's all where you really need it, I suppose, on a scooter. But yeah, this thing, I have no trouble staying ahead of traffic. I had one little incident the other day. Actually, it was the first day I owned this thing, where I gotta be careful. There's a big bump here. Okay, it wasn't too bad. Where I was filtering past this car at the at a stoplight. I think he took umbrage to me filtering past him. I was in the middle lane at that point. So when the light turned green, I took off, left him in the dust. I could tell he was trying to catch up to me, this guy, because then he got in the right lane out of these three lanes rather, as if he wanted to pull up beside me and yell at me or whatever he was going to do. So I just kept the throttle pinned, and he never did catch up to me. I got up to about 70 probably, and I think he let off at about 60, 65. We were in like a 45 zone, so I probably should not have done that. But anyway, the point is, this thing has no trouble staying ahead of most cars. The windscreen works very well. My head is not being buffeted at all. Not sure where. Oh yeah, it's right here. It's like it's slipping right up and around the top of my helmet, which is just perfect. I'm just cruising along here at 58, 59, at 7,000 RPM. It's a beautiful day here in Orlando. I think it's about 70 something degrees on Christmas Eve. Merry Christmas, by the way, everybody. Christmas is tomorrow. I got a bunch of family at my house, which is one reason why I decided to escape, come out here and make a video. Love my family to death, but they can get a little. I miss the self-canceling turn signals on my Interceptor. Let's see if this guy cares if I filter past him. Probably not. We'll find out. But yeah, what else does this thing have? It's got a flash to pass. I don't know if I mentioned that. It's got the little brake reservoirs here, which is convenient. Nice place for your water. The mirrors are very nice. There's a little bit of vibration when you're idling. It's idling at 1600 roughly. I'm not sure if that's high. I'll have to check the owner's manual. It seems a little high for idling. But once you're moving, everything kind of calms down, and you got great visibility in the mirrors. So I'll do a full-on acceleration here if I have room. See what the acceleration's like. Should get a green arrow. There we go. All right, 35 already. 41. 50. 60. 68. Oh, going up a hill now. So we got up to 68 pretty damn fast. Oh boy, I better slow down. I'll go ahead and turn off the recording now, since I'm kind of on a stuck here. I'm going to try to get to a higher speed road. Go ahead and turn this off. Alright, hey guys, I'm back. At a location where I can hop on the freeway here pretty quick. Just want to go over a couple things I might have forgotten during the first part. Oh, the color. This is what they call Raven. For 17 and 18, you can only get it in this Raven black. It's pretty nice. It's in the sunlight. It's got like these red and green and purple and blue little flakes or chips to it. You can't really see it unless the sun's out, but very nice black paint. I think it looks killer in black for a scooter. For 15, when it first came out, you could get it in two colors, blue and kind of like a gold silverish color. And then for 16, you could get it in red or kind of a dark cyber gray. And then again, 17, 18, black only. For 19, it's going to be available only in red. At least that's what I saw on the Yamaha website. So if you like black, go ahead and snatch one up while you can. Although the red did look pretty nice in the pictures on the website. So that's pretty much it. There's a good look at the taillight again. Very cool. So let's go ahead and hop on the highway again. I don't even have 100 miles on this thing yet, so I don't think I should break it in too hard, but we'll at least see how it feels on the highway at higher speeds in terms of wind and everything. Alright. Make sure we're still recording. Yep. I'm 6'2". I got 32-inch inseam. Like I said, it's not the most leg room I've ever had on a scooter, but for just types of rides I do on the scooter, it's very adequate. You can also put your feet up here if you prefer. And once I got used to the seat is actually very comfortable. And the seat is pretty high. I think it's 31 point something inches high. Roughly an inch higher than the PCX if I'm not mistaken, but I can flat foot it no problem, as you can see. If you're shorter, you might be a little more challenged in that regard. Where does traffic come from? Alright, let's get ready to go. Oh shit, not gonna be able to beat those cars. Who the fuck is beeping at me? Stupid ass bus? A Santa hat? Alright, so I'm already hit 50, 60, whoa shit, 65. This thing has really good balance if you want to ride with no hands. Really stable. See if I can filter to the front of these cars here. They probably won't like it, but who cares? All right. Okay, here we go. $45, $53. 63, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77. Holy shit. Alright, I saw 77 there. Cruising along at 72. Oh, what a beautiful day. I wonder if because I'm under 100 miles, it won't let me redline it, because it's only getting up to about 8,400 RPM. Or it could be the fact that I weigh about 210 pounds. And since I'm 6'2", I'm sticking up over the windscreen quite a bit. Alright, let's go to Tampa. But man, the stability of this thing is really nice. The windscreen is great. Mirrors are great. Let's get in a tuck, see how fast we can go. 76, 77, 78, 79, 79, all right. All right, so this thing cruises along at over 70 effortlessly, I'd say. And then from 70 to 79, it kind of struggles here and there depending on the terrain. But again, I still only have frickin' 97 miles on it. I think that's Lake Apopka over there. It's one of the biggest lakes in Florida. I don't know if you can see that. Alright, let's see if we can catch this car. 72, 73, 76. I notice a big difference when I get tucked. 77, 78. That's about as fast. I had it up to 79. Whoa, now it's all of a sudden hit 79 again. But yeah, I have no trouble keeping up with this CRV in front of me. Cruising at 76, 77. Speed limit of 70, so this is just right for this road. This is probably the fastest speed limit road in the Orlando area. Most of the roads are 55 or 65. See if we're still recording. Yeah, we are. Cool. Alright, get him at 77. It's interesting, if I lean back and kind of get under the slipstream of the windscreen, it lets me go another couple miles an hour faster. Again, I'm fairly tall, so my head sticks up pretty high. But even up this gentle slope, I'm still maintaining 72 miles an hour, so... Alright, I think this is going to be the first car to pass me. Let's see. Alright, hopefully my little gator pass will work and I won't get a ticket. Alright, now I'm up to about 8,800 RPM here. That's 76. I better get off at the next exit. Again, this is probably not the best braking procedure. Hopefully I can get right back on. Yeah, the brakes just have really nice, confidence-inspiring feel to them. It's like, I don't know, like 267 millimeters in the front, like, I don't know, like 245 in the back. So the rear disc brake on this is bigger than the disc brake on the front of the PCX. So, and I think it's the same brakes that they put on the Yamaha SMAX, which is the 300cc class Yamaha scooter that just came out for 2018. Weighs quite a bit more than this. So they kind of over-engineered the braking system on this, I would say, which is good. But no ABS. It also doesn't have, on the SMAX, it has the really nice keyless ignition. We just have to have the key fob within like 3 feet of the ignition, press a button. That would be really nice to have on this. Styling is a little on the edgy side for the SMAX though, so styling isn't for everybody. I think it looks pretty cool myself. They had a white one for 2018. I just saw for 2019 came out in an all black model, so it's either white for 18 or 19. It's the black model. Let's see if we're still recording. I think so. Alright, let me see if I can get right back on the highway here. I think that fat lady was checking my bike out. See if I can make this turn without putting my feet down. Yes, I did it. Again, the exhaust on this thing sounds fairly cool for a little single-cylinder 155cc. I was on a website in Japan. They had some really killer-looking exhausts for these SMAXs over there. Hopefully this Mustang in my rearview mirror won't run me over. I am going 69 already, but now I'm at 71. GT 5.0. Let's race, dude! Come on! I got 14.8 horsepower to your 425 or whatever you have. See if I can keep up with them. Getting my tuck. 75. Oh man, if that was my Mustang GT, I'd have the top down for sure. Definitely in my Camaro. It's about 72 degrees out right now, I believe. And by the way, Merry Christmas to everybody. Today is Christmas Eve. So whatever holiday you celebrate, Hanukkah, Ramadan, whatever it is, spaghetti monster. Alright, the Mustang's getting away. U.S. Research and Education Center. I wonder what that is. So yeah, I'm on a freaking 70 mile an hour speed limit road and I feel right at home. I am getting passed, but it's I don't feel unsafe at all. Miami Hurricane fan. Boo. Still recording, yeah. I'm just gonna keep recording as long as it goes. My GoPro has had a history of like just honking out for no reason. Alright, so technically I could get a speeding ticket. I'm going 74, 75 miles an hour in a 70 zone. not hitting the 80 to 81 miles per hour like they did in the motorcycle.com scoot out, where it hit, I think they said between 79 and 81 miles an hour compared to the PCX of 63. But, you know, let's see if I get in a tuck here. Should I go this way? Let's go over this big hill. 45 mile an hour ramp. Let's hit it at 75. Oh, yeah. Oh, this is great fun. I mean, I'm taking this 45 curve at 67 like I'm going straight. Very nice Yamaha. I will stay in the right lane so people can pass me. Alright, speed limit's dropped to 65 and I'm going 78. Oh, I saw 80! 80 miles an hour. Look at that. 81! 82! Alright, so 82 is the fastest I've seen on the Speedo. Again, that's indicated, so realistically it's probably more like 75. I'm sure the Speedo is optimistic. Well, yeah, in terms of bang for your buck, this scooter has to be near the top because you can cruise very comfortably on the highest speed limit roads there are, at least in my area. It's got great storage under the seat. You fit a full-size, extra-large helmet. It's also got 2 helmet hooks down there. I didn't show you those. So if you need to store your helmets while you go shopping or something, you have a pillion or a girlfriend on the back. Yeah, wow, the brakes are so great on this. Oh, man. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, I'm impressed. So I'm up to 108 miles now. So yeah, 82 for about 1 second is the maximum speed I hit. I think on my PCX 150, the fastest I ever saw on the Speedo was 65. So yeah, this is a little bit more top end than the PCX. I will say I did see a nice video of the on YouTube. A guy in the Philippines posted a nice review of the new restyled 2019 PCX 150 like they have in the US. It's kind of this bronze metallic color. Not my cup of tea in terms of color, but I must admit that he had some nice shots of the PCX in motion from a car beside it, and it looked pretty cool. With the black wheels, 14-inch rims, very sleek design, PCX, with the tunnel. It's got a little bit of the maxi scooter look to it, if you will, with the tunnel, as opposed to the flat floor design. And it's got the cool LED headlights. I will say the SMAX, or the Majesty S as they call it overseas, for 2018 they restyled the front. It does have LED headlights overseas, but not in the good old USA, nor for 2019. So once again, for some reason the Japanese manufacturers save their good stuff for their Asian markets, it seems. And I think it has probably keyless ignition too, knowing Yamaha, that they would put it on the overseas like the SMAX has here. So let's see if I can beat this Ford Explorer beside me. Well, we got a red light now, but yeah, no trouble leaving cagers in the dust, as long as they're not trying to drag race me. I usually get the jump on them. Let's see if he tries to keep up with me. This is a left lane, must turn left, so if ever he was going to try to blast away from the light, this would be it. Let's see if we're still recording. Yep. Oh, it's the iForce V8 Toyota Tundra. See if we can get the jump on him here. Oh yeah. I left him like he's standing still. God damn, I'm already going 60. This thing is fast. Holy shit. $70. $74. Yeah, I'm very impressed with the performance of the engine on this. Oh shit, watch out birds. Fuck. And yeah, I'm very comfortable. It did take me a while to get used to the seat, but now it's really comfortable. And I'm just cruising along at 71. The throttle is not even wide open, and I can just cruise along at 70. You can't really ask for more than that from a 150cc class scooter, I don't think. Oh, you can see the headlights. So there's the bright light, normal light, got the markers, flash to pass. It's pretty cool. Yeah, I saw a website in the United States where they have all the part numbers, detailed part numbers for the SMAX. If I can find a similar website in Europe, then I should be able to order the headlight assembly that includes the bulbs or whatever for the turn signals within the flush-mounted headlights, as well as for the maybe get a new plastic piece that includes the license plate holder where the flush-mounted taillights go overseas. So if I can do it for, you know, under 300 bucks, I might do that. There's a guy on one of the forums who has an SMAX who bought some Amazon LED turn signals that have, you know, pretty much 5-star reviews from everybody who bought them. They look pretty nice, with an adapter plate and a relay to make them cycle normally. That would drastically improve those the pumpkins, at least. Look at how steady this thing is with no hands. It's just a really nice ride. Should I filter here? I better not. I actually got a ticket in my Camaro here for... They claim I was turning left on a red light. So they got all these cameras here. A friend of mine said that they actually, it was like a freaking $150 ticket too, and I you know, I abide by the speed limit. Well, yeah. I'm not one to run red lights, and so I think it was probably, you know, turning yellow or as I was going through. But a friend of mine told me they had a vote recently for mayor or whatever in this particular town. I don't live in this town. and they were running on the platform of getting rid of these freaking red light cameras. So I see that one right there is probably the one that got me, because I think I was turning left to go that way, coming this way. So actually it would have been the one over there that nailed me. So but interestingly, it said it wasn't going to count against my points for my driver's license. I actually have safe driver on my driver's license. Where's all this traffic coming from? So I'll shut up for now, and I'll just keep recording. You can see what it's like to ride the Yamaha SMAX 2018. Wow, I had no trouble coming to a quick stop with that yellow light. Oh, there's some more of those damn cameras. Look at that. It's a good thing I didn't try to run that yellow light. But yeah, the brakes just stopped with no problem whatsoever. Try putting my feet up here. That's pretty cool. Better slow down a little bit. That's actually pretty comfortable. It's like you kind of like press against the angled floorboard there, and it pushes my lower back and butt against the hump of the pillion seats. You feel really stable and secure when you do that, which is nice for taking the corners. Ooh, Honda S2000. Always wanted to get one of those. Am I still recording, or am I just talking to myself? Yep, I'm still recording. $113 miles. So it's got the trip meter, 112.6. Oil change. It's got an oil change odometer. I guess when it gets to a certain amount, it'll just flash a light to tell you to get the oil changed. Interesting. I did read that the maintenance on this, you have to do a lot of maintenance in terms of the mileage, like every, I don't know, whatever 1,000 miles. But it's real easy. These bolts come off here, and everything's very shit. thing's very accessible for maintenance. So if you're a do-it-yourselfer, I think this is a good bike for that. Something is tapping against my helmet. What the hell is that? It's not the strap. I think it's like a little, I have like a sweatshirt on, and I think it's like a little holstering on it. In the mirrors, look at the mirrors, very, very clear. So just cruising along, just under 50 miles an hour at about almost 6,000 RPM. So I will pull back in here where I started. Give a quick recap. Oh man, this is a lot of fun. Let's see if I can get up on the center stand quick. There we go. Alright, so yeah, Yamaha SMAX. It's a great scooter, guys. If you're looking at something that's truly highway capable for a minimal amount of money, I don't know if you can really beat this. Now again, I wouldn't want to ride it for hours at a time, but if you just need to hop from one exit to the next, or maybe 15, 20 miles on the highway, this is, can't really go wrong. And I love the fact it's got the cubby here without the door, so I can just put my water in there. Very convenient. And I don't know if I mentioned this or not, but it's got the, I am going senile in my old age, but it does have the option of locking the thing. So like if you, okay, you locked it, when you pull out the key, it doesn't automatically cover the keyhole like the PCX does. You have the option of doing it. You just flick the switch and boom. And then you use this to uncover it. Alright guys, so that's all I got for now. If you have any questions, please post them in the comments. I'll do my best to answer them. The price of this, I want to say it was like $36.99 retail. They gave it to me for a few $100s off. And I traded in the Elite 110. I actually got $1,800 in trade on that. And I only paid $1,300 for it. So I did all right on the trade on that. I only had like 1,000 miles on it. So beautiful condition. So yeah, highly recommend the PC, or the also the PCX, the SMAX, also known as the Majesty S. Gator Greg out.